guys, Tornado back here with another video, but this time we've got a Q&A from our fellow 2K community members. First of all, I want to thank everyone for showing me love and support, especially on my last video. That really meant a lot to me. Please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And without further ado, let's get started. So the first question is from Bizarre2K. His question is, how have the people you've met playing 2K changed your life for the better or the worst? So look, I've met a lot of great people in this community. Some people that have impacted my life like no others. Like there's honestly a lot of guys that I'm really, really close with outside of 2K just from playing 2K, which is literally crazy. I honestly call them I could call them brothers. Like we're honestly that close. And also, like, I feel like I'm really, really easygoing, so I pretty much get along with everyone. Next question is from Slim Harden. Question is, what do you think you bring to a 2K League team if you were to be a six-man? So I really like that question. Honestly, I feel like I could bring a lot, like constant hard work, a lot of work ethic. Honestly, I love to study and dissect film, like, I've done that actually a lot in the past as well, especially before a big matchup in the pre-draft 2K20, a little bit this year. I still have a lot of my notes that I can always show you guys as well of how I dissected film before a matchup and what our game plans used to be. I used to write pages. I would study film for hours and before each series, and I felt like that would help my team potentially be prepared beforehand, because I know not everybody has the chance to watch film. People got long work schedules, long work hours, so that's one thing that I could bring. Aside, it would be locker room vibes. I'm really, really laid back. I don't like arguing. I bring energy to any team. And just making sure the vibes are straight, always encouraging my teammates. If they mess up, I'm always supportive. Next play, leave that play out, come on, let's keep working and keep pushing. Next question is from B Kevin. Besides your desire to make the league, what else pushes you to keep going? Like a lot of people want to give up or don't know how to take advantage of an opportunity given to them. But like, I feel like I'm the opposite, every opportunity I get, I try to strive to give it all my all. Like no matter what, like I'm going to fight, like, because, every opportunity you get is a blessing. A lot of people, rather think twice or they don't want to take a risk. I'm the opposite, that honestly just pushes me and to keep going, honestly. Next question is from Space Jam Dre. What currently do you feel like you could do better on the court? See, that's a little tough question, because it could be a little bit subjective, but I feel like I need to work a little bit on my leadership skills right now. I mean, I communicate pretty well, but I feel like I could do better. There's always room for improvement, no matter what, on and off the court especially. Only because I used to own my team, so my expectations were a lot higher. Now when I play for someone else, I kind of take like that little slow step back, because, I'm not like quote unquote like the owner of that team. So I don't want people expecting, the new guy to like step up, or I don't want to come off too strong. But some people tell me is like, hey, just be upfront. Next question is from Ryan Flores. How important do you think chemistry is, and does it correlate to success? Also, if you agree, what things do you personally do to help build chemistry and gain trust of your teammates? Honestly, I think chemistry is really, really important on and off the court. Especially when you and your guys trust each other, everything like flows perfectly. Like in the game, it would be like defensive rotations. Where your guy's gonna go. When to have his back. You guys communicate pretty well, and also on offense, you learn each other's tendencies, like where one guy is gonna be and what play they're gonna run, and you know how to play your role. Honestly, that's all it is. And I think to build chemistry, like I personally focus a lot more on vibes off the court, because I feel like if you find something in common with your teammates and get along with them, it will translate to the game. So, you know, for example, if you guys both like cars or whatever, you guys can just connect with something small like that. Um, Also, I feel like you treating everyone the same, like you want to be treated like with respect, and honestly encouraging him, because you know if your teammate is having a bad game and you know he thinks like, damn, my teammate think, oh, I suck or I'm doing bad, like in the 2K league, you honestly, like, you can't run away. You know, if you make the team, you and your teammates doing bad, you can't just, you know, be like, I'm out. You know, you gotta fight through it, and you gotta build that chemistry. You know, you gotta have those locker room vibes and encourage each other to win. um Next question is from uh, 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 from Walkback Green. So he asked me, besides 2K, do you play any other games seriously? Um, I used to play other games in the past, but I knew like 2K was always my passion. I used to play hockey, NHL, like that was one of my favorite games. I used to play it a little bit competitively, but aside from that, at the moment, it's strictly 2K. I used to also play old school RuneScape seriously, but again, I've always had a passion for basketball. I was a basketball head, so I continue to play 2K and just, you know, pursue my dreams. Next question from Goated BA. What do you do outside of playing 2K? I currently work as a fleet driver for a dealership. So, you know, I just deliver brand new vehicles to commercial companies all over Ontario. Um, Also, since I just started YouTube, you know, I look for new video ideas to create for the future. And, you know, when I don't play 2K, like I said, I just try to watch film, you know, watch other streams, you know, watch other players, you know, so I can find different ways to improve my game. Regardless, even if I'm playing good, I always want to be better. Next question is from Pratt. What are you looking at for when you set up on defense? Like, what are you watching for? So, look, it honestly depends on who I'm playing. So, like, for example, if the guard is really, really aggressive, you know, then I focus more on baiting him to see if he can make a read. Because with the way the game is set up right now, most guards just either, you know, they look to get a contact dunk, you know, or pull the midi. You know, not many guards are, unless you can OD dribble, are looking into, you know, 3 hunt. But honestly, it just depends. Because, you know, if the guard really doesn't show signs that he can move, like dribble like that, but he's a lot more passive, then, you know, I just got to learn their tendencies. You know, may take a couple possessions. You can kind of see where he likes to throw. But again, if it, like I said, if it's a big game, you know, you got to do your homework. You got to do your homework no matter what, you know. If it's, you know, playoffs or a league tournament, you got to do your homework before you play those big known players, because, you know, you don't want to come out there and look foolish. You got to, you got to attack what the defense gives you and see what they like to do and then take advantage of that. Next question is from Jabray. Favorite food? Look, I'm not a picky eater, so I like any types of food, but, you know, I specifically don't like a few foods actually. But other than that, I like everything. I don't like seafood. The only seafood I probably would prefer is salmon, shrimp, and tuna. Other than that, you know, I eat almost anything. Oh, and I hate soup. Feel like it's empty calories. But next question is from Bumpy. How has going for the league impacted your life? So, you know, some people know in this community, I've always wanted to become a police officer here in Canada. That never really stopped that. You know, the 2K League never really stopped that. It's just a really, really hard process here. So, you know, I'm always like open to new opportunities. Especially, but, you know, the 2K League is still my dream regardless. On the other hand, like, it impacted my relationship at first, but after a certain period of time, I got the support that I needed from at least my girlfriend. But the other way it impacted is I still don't have the full support from my parents. They don't understand this as much as you would explain it to them, but I think after time they will. So we'll see how that goes. um oh, I like the next one. Next one is from Trill Snags. So this question is, how would you describe Canada to a person who's never been or heard about it? Okay, so look, I'll tell you guys a quick story. I originally moved to Canada at the age of 8, and I lived in Winnipeg, Manitoba, which people call Winterpeg because it can honestly reach up to minus 40 Celsius, which is really, really cold. I lived there for about 4 years, and then I moved to Toronto, the home of the NBA champions, the Raptors. Toronto is a really beautiful city, very diverse. We got a different cultures here. And honestly, it's definitely a great place to visit. Canada as a whole is a really, really nice country. Each province has something different to offer, whether it's the nature or, stuff like that, the weather. Honestly, what I would say, that I would describe Canada as, we're really, really nice people. And we're actually, I feel like we're more supportive than other countries. Next question is from Logic. What was one moment in your 2K career that you felt made you feel so much pain that you use today as motivation and change your game for the better? I feel like the support that I don't have from my close loved ones. As I mentioned before, my family is like traditional. They don't really believe in gaming as a career. They just say, go get a career, like I said, police officer, doctor, whatever. Other than that, I would say, I just use that as motivation. I use that as motivation I just work on my game regardless, because if, when I do make it, I want their support no matter what. I just want, them to look in your eyes and be like, wow, like, you actually are doing something you love, not something like, for instance, that they want me to do or whatever. Next question is from Mike Swan. What do you think your biggest highlight is this pre-draft, and what do you wish you would have did differently? So I think my biggest highlight this pre-draft is going to be the Magic Finals tournament easily. Why? Because I joined a new team. I've never really played with them except from one of my guys. It's once. That was my previous teammate. I feel like that was my biggest highlight because, we went to the finals. We were always, looked at like we're the underdogs. We're not even supposed to apparently be in the finals because, there's bigger names there. But, we we beat them, and yeah, unfortunately we lost in the finals, game 3 out of best out of 3 to Jordan Crew. But, I feel like that was my biggest highlight because, I've had multiple people tell me that I stood out the most as a power forward, which to me that meant a lot. What I could have done differently that series is made sure my teammates never let up by, communication, and keeping positive vibes during the series. I know guys were getting frustrated. There was parts of the game where stuff wasn't going our way. Our guys just felt like, giving up because, we blew a lead a couple times. We started off strong, blew a lead. But I feel like, nerves were there and, guys just needed to stay composed. And I feel like that's where my role should have came in. Because I remember before that series, I talked to the guys and I was just like, hey guys, come on, like, we're going to leave everything on the floor no matter what. And yeah. So the last question is Bioworks. Well, what day-to-day skills can you implement in the game? So I can implement a lot of skills that I feel like I have really great communication skills. Leadership skills, that goes back to my past, owning a team and being a leader, always people looking up to me in this community, and I'm trying to, help out people. Work ethic skills, like I said before, I always look to improve no matter what. I want to be the best of the best, but by doing that, I gotta work. And lastly, teamwork skills. Honestly, like, I'm an easygoing guy, so I get along with almost every teammate I've had. I don't think I've ever had any encounters, maybe a little bit off the court, but we always would patch things out because if we don't find that connection, then obviously we can't be teammates. It's not gonna work out. But like I said again, I think as years passed, I've developed and worked hard on those skills, and I think people notice it now. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for all the questions. I appreciate all you guys for watching all my videos, for all the love and the constant support. Got a lot more videos coming up, and stay tuned. And Tornado out.